Hello everybody on YouTube, this is Roger coming to you from the sunny Southern California. I'm near Santa Barbara. I'm at a lake that is known for good bass, but I want to also get into, someone asked me about a question about spinnerbaits. And I'm going to get into a little bit real quickly about spinnerbaits. I like a willow leaf, the main blade, the big blade, gold, willow leaf blade. I like it to be real shiny. I like it to spin real well. I like a Colorado silver in front of it. Sometimes tandem willow works real good. But I like a fairly bright bait. I'm talking about mostly summertime. I'm moving that bait fairly quickly, and I'm running it next to a log, next to through a tree, next to a piling, the shady side. Always focus on the shady side of things. The fish like to sit in concealment in that shade. Look, another bait fish looking at a structure, they look at the shade, they can't see in it. If you ever look at a house and you look at the windows, and the windows, there's no drapes, you can't see in the house. It's dark, it's black. Same thing happens underwater, even more. Unless they're silhouetted by light behind them, the bait fish cannot see them, so that concealment allows them to feed. So, a spinnerbait, the few things I key on for spinnerbaits is a shallow area. When the bass are up shallow in the spring, and they're in thick rocks, and it's really not a good place for crankbaits. You're going to hang up a lot, and it's going to waste some of your time. So if they're super shallow and they're up feeding and they're looking for beds, a spinnerbait's a great bait. You can run them through those rocks. It's not going to get hung up, and you're gonna stick some toads, man. I tell you, that's a great technique. Darker spinnerbait, fish like a buzzbait in the summer along the surface after sundown can be real good. You want a good silhouette. Think about a silhouette. A white bait on white clouds or a light-colored sky is not gonna. It's gonna blend in. It's not gonna be as visible. You want contrast. So something black on a little bit lighter sky is going to allow that fish to see where that bait is, because there may be disturbance with the blades and the water, and that just help that fish see. And that is what I key on. A lot of times, if it's low light, I'll fish a black topwater bait because it helps that fish locate that bait. I'll even take a Sharpie and put dots on it, or put some other coloring to make part of it darker, so it helps those fish hone in on that bait so they don't miss it. You guys know when you get topwater bites, a lot of times those fish will miss that bait. Well, sometimes that's the way they strike, but if you give them a little bit visual help, they will hit that bait more often. Smallmouth bass. I love spinnerbaits in the spring. Fish at parallel with the bank in the kind of areas they'll be spawning. Pea gravel is real good. Brush, they'll spawn in brush. A lot of people don't know that. But you run a spinnerbait in about 5 feet off a shoreline where they spawn, and they will hammer that spinnerbait. So spinnerbaits are very versatile. Running them along wood in the shade for smallmouth. Throw it up in a current stream and work it down the current seam in a river near the bottom, depending on how deep they are, in about 20 feet of water, 15 feet of water, and they'll hammer that bait. You'll get some good fish. So just a few light techniques, a few discussion about bass vision and how they see. Think like a fish. You're looking up at the surface. Okay, how does that bait look to me? Imagine it. Put yourself in a fish's vision and try to think like a fish. When you know bass behavior, you're going to land more fish, and you are going to become a much better bass fisherman. You can know a lure, and that's great, but if you don't understand what the bass are doing right now and why, you're lost. You have to know where to go and why, and you have to match the cover with your lure selection, so what lure hits that cover the best according to the conditions and the time of year. So it all plays a part, and it's a starting point. Then you adjust from there. Color, different lures. Do they want something slower? So, hey guys, I'm here answering any questions you like, and I really appreciate your support, and keep the comments coming, and you guys have a great day, and I will see you on YouTube. Bye.